power in numbers, that's for sure. And they're very, very social as well. Very social. And they do that classic sort of bit of a blow, bit of a snort when there's anything slightly unusual around, which is us. But you can see the individual still lying down. They're not concerned. There's one lying down on its side over there. It's that relaxed. A little bit further there. You can see the females. These are all females we're looking at here. There might be a couple of young bulls in there, but we're looking at individuals that are got much smaller, much less pronounced horns than the bulls. Those bulls have that massive, big, what's called a boss, which is the middle part of the horns, where the horns join there. Yeah, this is a big herd passing through here. We're actually surrounded by buffalo at the moment, folks. On all sides of us there's buffalo, and this is probably a herd of over 100 animals now that I look closer. So there could be some serious action still here over the next few days with lion, that's for sure. We can sit on these reserves for many a week, and not see lion for a long time. And then suddenly, when there's buffalo, we'll get a lot of lion action. Lion will still hunt many other species, you know, particularly kudu and zebra and wildebeest. Okay, I just got a really static signal at the moment, unfortunately, from our control center. I'm just going to move on a little bit. When these buffalo have moved, I might actually turn around. 17 degrees Celsius and 54 Fahrenheit, folks. So it's actually cooler than I thought, actually. 64 Fahrenheit. Okay, 17 Celsius and 64 Fahrenheit, folks. But there's a load of buffalo moving through here. So I'm going to let these guys be. I'm going to just back down and let them carry on doing what they're doing. I think it's a kind gesture after what they've been through the last couple of nights. So let's reverse down, and then what we'll do is let them carry on around another way. In December, it's a month. You do, because it's Africa, but wow, what we have captured and what we've seen and what we've shared with you, particularly for me, has been one of the most incredible experiences. I think I've said it a couple of times, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but I feel like I've been reborn into this wildlife television. It's just the most invigorating thing I've ever done. Knowing that it's live and you are watching, and the feedback and the interaction we get socially through social media, it's like it's nothing I've ever dreamt of. Very wonderful experience. So this is the area where all the action happened last night, folks. This road right here. got a question from Tracy in Victoria. Hi Tracy, welcome aboard and fantastic. I love Victoria. I haven't been there for many moons, but a fantastic state in Australia. Tracy, your question is a really interesting question, and it's a really, why did the lions kill that second buff last night, that second buffalo, when they had a kill already? Well, the reason for that is the opportunity arose, and from what I gather, I wasn't there for all of that. Pete talked you through that. I was actually over on Arathusa when we turned around to come back on that. And what happened was, as far as I can gather, those animals were on that buffalo already around their kill, and then the other buffalo herd came down and started to present themselves as an opportunity for the lions. So, wow, it's a little bit like, excuse me, but don't mean to make, I'm certainly not making fun of it, but it's like having home delivery, really. You know, those animals were walking onto the lions, and those lions are going to take every opportunity they can. There's 5 massive mouths to feed there, and you can see the how quickly they consumed the kill from the day before. That was only lasted them sort of 24 to 36 hours max. And then they had another one. They will consume as much as they can, and if the situation presents itself, they will definitely take that opportunity. Now, it wasn't a big individual, that's for sure. It was a juvenile, so it only fed a couple of them. Some of them, without going into the fine detail, those the internal organs of the animal are very, very nutritious. So probably the most dominant one, and that was the bigger boy, he would have got his fair share of those, and then you know, it sort of goes down a little bit of a line, a bit of a line, sorry, there's a bit of a joke there, a bit of a line with the lines that they would then have to just sort of wait their turn a little bit. They don't want to have a conflict situation occur, but last night I saw some really interesting behaviour where the more dominant one, or the one that was on a particular area of the animal eating, the other animal lion came a little bit close to his eating spot, and he put his paw out and grabbed the other lion right on the face with his claws and held him, and the other animal submitted to that and just sat and sat and sat, and he held him whilst he still ate for about 20 or 30 seconds. Lions share food grudgingly, that's for sure. They don't necessarily want to share and just, oh, come on, you've missed out or anything like that. They'll definitely get their share first. But then they don't want to have that conflict. They don't want to hurt each other to the point where they're going to inflict injury, but they will have a scrap about it, which is partially theatrical, but then they will force if they have to. So they can cop some serious wounds out of it. But I just want you to, so sorry Tracy, to finish your answer there, is that the other individuals probably moved back off to the larger kill to protect that, and that's what I'm imagining happened. I just want you to have a look down on the ground here, just behind me. That area just there, on the ground, you can see the green sort of matter just there, all that area just there, and then there's earth moved up underneath it, but the green area just here is what's called rumen, and it's partially digested food from the buffalo. There's nothing here. Actually, there's one small bone on the ground just here, a rib bone, just to the right there, Jace. It's a bit hard to see. It's very close to the vehicle. We might even not get it out on a wide, maybe. Just there at the bottom of the screen, that just there is one rib bone just there, and that's all that's left. So they made short work of that, and I think it was probably they finished most of it, and then the hyenas would have picked up the last bit. So we'll move on and see if we can pick up where those lines are. just come around the corner, and this is the old catchphrase that I'm sorry I use so often, but this is the classic, you don't know what's around the next corner. Wow. We've got the boys, the Birmingham boys, sleeping off their night. We've got 1, 2, 3 individuals lying in the middle of the road, and one just walked off into the bush to our left. Wow. I love this place. This is just fantastic. We've got flat cats, but I tell you what, flat cats are still big cats, and what a pleasure to drive up and see these guys just around the corner. I'm going to stay back this far just for the moment, just so they get a little bit used to us, and then I'm going to pull up around to the right a little bit. They're very relaxed. There's another vehicle, Cedric, fantastic guide from Arethusa, is just up ahead of us here with his guests, and they are enjoying this moment as well. Some of them may have seen the situation last night or heard about it, and they've just come up to have a look as well. So we're only an hour, well, starting on an hour in, folks, to our beautiful morning drive, and this is just great stuff. These Birmingham boys have given us some incredible encounters over the last 48 hours. And we've been sitting with these guys for about a week and a half now, just coming across them now and again, seeing them around. But it sort of peaked last night with that amazing encounter. And now they seem to be still happy to be on Juma. And they might move across to Arethusa. If they do that, we'll definitely be with them. But I don't think they're going anywhere fast at the moment. So what I'm going to do, folks, is just drive in a little bit here. I think they'll be fine with that. We might just wait and see what this guy's doing first. See if he's going to lie back down or walk towards us. It's very, very cool. If it was a hot day or a hot morning, they would be in the shade. But because it's so cool, they're lying on that beautiful, cool sand. He's coming just over a little bit further. What he's up to, but he might be just finding a little bit of a more comfortable spot. Away from us, folks. I'm just going, you might hear a bit of rustling around. I'm just going to take a couple of photographs because they're so close to us. That's about 3 meters away from us.